Yeah, up here at the start, they'll be going for a mix, which is inhaling 2 powers at once. It starts a roulette, and every spot on the roulette is a 4-frame window to choose what you want, basically, if you're good enough. And the most commonly mixed thing is Jet, which they both got. Perfect. Every missed Jet there, and I painfully know this, is quite a bit of time loss. No matter how good you are at this game, you still miss mixes often. Yeah, now you can... Jet just pretty much tears through, like, these rooms, the next room, basically. There's a bunch of subtle movement techniques with Jet. Ooh. And there's one feature of the game where your power just flies out into a star and you get hit. Basically, any hit you take is a random chance if your power flies out. And there's some that are guaranteed as well. You really, really want to get Jet back if it pops out. Because there's no way to get Jet in Dynablade until the very end, unless you mix it. But yeah, back to Jet. Pretty fun to move with it. It has different abilities based on how long you hold the Y button, whether you're in the air or on the ground. You can influence it with diagonals on your D-pad. If you get a running start before jumping, then your jets go even longer, which is what they do. Like, to suspend yourself in midair, you want to do a run, and then jump, and then time Y, or mash it, and hold up right. So they're going for the clip here. Honky has to do like a backup clip because what he was going for just didn't quite work out. But basically you get either the Samir or Snowman partner. This is perfect that they're showing both. You get them off screen and they teleport to you, so they'll grab onto you and you can very easily clip into the wall. Like, it's not, the clip is not the hard part. The setup with all the enemy RNG is the tough stuff. And because they did that, they have to mix Jet again, just as risky as the first time. This mix is generally regarded as harder, both in the setup and the roulette, because the roulette starts in a different place depending on the 2 powers you inhale. Alright, both got Jet. That's great. Yeah, Stoops already did this. Honky's coming up to it in a second. One of the other abilities of Jet, you charge it up all the way, and you jump while already in midair, and you'll do a super jump. And if you're off screen like that, you can continue to time your Jet off the screen and skip certain triggers. And right there, it's a mini-boss. So there's quite a few mini-bosses you can skip with Jet. Ooh, Stoops is showing that he's just as good as the TAS with some of that movement. That crazy movement he did where he like charged the Jet while moving forward. It was kind of like a bounce off the ground. He goes for a few of those throughout the run in some places where it's like worth going for. I don't even remember the exact inputs for it, but it's all over the TAS. Humans can't do that everywhere. It's way too precise. But you can sneak in a few where you feel confident. Oh, we did another. Yeah, that's a really cool thing. That's the next level of speedruns of this game, is implementing that as many places as possible, I think. And he's been working on that for a while. Is there a difference between low percent and any percent? So I've learned, I mean, I knew before I got on commentary, that you don't get any deluxe statues in Milky Way Wishes. And then I'll keep the percentage counter as low as possible. Which is different from powerless any percent, I guess. Because it allows you to still have fast movement. Yep, just standard movement through Dynablade 4 here. Dynablade is one of the hardest parts of any category of this game. You barely skip anything, and to keep it any percent instead of 100%, it like doesn't affect anything. It's just like a time loss in 100%, the 2 extra switches you have to hit. Now, these guys, the blue guys with the knapsacks, are called tacks. If they grab you with their hand, they take your power and run away. And you gotta kill them, or your power's just gone. And if you take too long, they jetpack out of the universe. Now here's a huge mini-boss skip Stoops is up to. There's multiple fights here. You have to chain about 13 or 14 jets in a row off screen to get it. Get them all in one jump. Which he did successfully. And so did Honky. Perfect. Now they're going to come up on the boss Dynablade, which is an annoying fight to me. What you want to do here is charge your jet all the way, which will allow you to do a charged jet suplex. And the stars that come out when Dynablade lands, you want to grab those. Just like Stoopsa did. And then Kirby does the crazy suplex with it, and it hits Dynablade for a ton of damage. Those stars are what you would use if you didn't have a power. You know, Kirby games, bosses always shoot out little things you have to inhale to shoot. Luckily, you can grab them. Ooh, it's a tricky grab, as you can see. But the backup here is going to be what's called a jet cracker, which is where you have the fully charged jet, and you use it, and at the end of the charge, Kirby shoots out a bunch of blue balls, and they do a lot of damage. So that was his backup for missing the star. It's important to hit them with the blue balls themselves instead of Kirby directly, because it does more damage. And now we're moving on to the next minigame, which is the Revenge of Meta Knight. Immediately mixed for Jet at the start. It's good. This has a really tough setup, but Jet's super early in the roulette, so it's generally not too hard to get the mix once you get the setup. And this Heavy Lobster is basically an auto-scroller. That's a hot feature of Revenge of Meta Knight is auto-scrollers. I see the setup kind of didn't go as well for Honky, so that was a backup I've never seen in my life, but that man loves Kirby, so he knows it. Yeah, Revenge of Meta Knight, it's a pretty fun minigame. This is the reason they're playing on Japanese. Well, Honky is Japanese, for the reason that everybody else plays on Japanese. All the text goes way faster on Japanese. That's about it for version differences that matter. Except the American version has hot dogs for food you can pick up, while Japanese does not. True shame. Yep, just pretty important you keep your power through this auto-scroller. Not only because, well, that makes sense, but because a lot of it's in water, and you know the star that comes out when you get hit sometimes, if it's in water, it's instantly gone. You have zero chance to recover your power if you're in water, or it hits water, or spikes. I believe lava as well instantly destroys it. But no one would ever be stupid enough to lose a run here, right? Right? Nobody. And it's coming up on the Twin Woods fight, which consists of 3 trees, as some runners call them. Now you see he opens up with the blue balls of the Jet Cracker to do the most damage, and then just kicks him to death, really. It's all timing. Yeah, ZZZ Honky is the guy with tons of Kirby merchandise that he shows on webcam sometimes. I know Suzuri did the Kirby's Dream Land 3 run at GDQ. ZZZ Honky did Kirby Superstar and won. Now we're just moving more through Meta Knight. Some really hot jet action going on. Got some nice task movements from Stoopsa. Here's the other feature of the charged super jump, is you can instantly kill mini bosses as they spawn, which he did to the bonkers on the right. So if you can't go over the mini boss, just instantly kill him, is the name of the game. This is probably the most annoying mini-boss encounter in the game, because you can rely on RNG for one bonkers to give you a good pattern, or you can be really good and do a super precise one to hit them on the ground. Most people these days just opt to negate the RNG and just go for a kill outright. Yeah, Zizzy Honky got the optimal jump pattern from the bonkers, but was going for the kill anyway, and barely lost time because of it. So it's generally worth it. Now you're reunited with Dynablade. This next screen is super annoying, lag-filled screen. I believe going lower reduces lag. Going over the top makes it free, but it's laggy. Any lag-based screen you're trying to jet through in this game, you pretty much end up mashing Y through it instead of trying to time it, because that's just... there's no rhythm when it randomly lags. Just a couple sick elevator movements, and then there's another mini-boss encounter, which is one of my favorites in the game. He's going to kill one of the bosses and suplex it into the other guy. Easy. And then onto the actual boss, Twin Cannon. He's going to grab the cannonball that it shoots to hit the boss and then just kick it to death. Ooh, even more optimal kill than usual. So yeah, they're both playing pretty well here. It's just missing the mix setup really put ZZZ Honky behind at the beginning of Meta Knight, and the Dynablade kill as well. Other than that, it's been pretty much the same. Really good movement from Stupsa. This game is like all about movement. That's the mini boss right there. He's good. He added in some extra jets to save a little time. You can just float over that one. Coming up in a few rooms is another Heavy Lobster auto-scroller, but then the actual boss fight afterwards. And just pay attention during the Heavy Lobster boss fight that he's going to make sure to hit him with the blue balls from Jet instead of slamming into him directly as Kirby. Yes, the balls are important. Unlike your game making sense, as he just guards through these walls. He's also going to use the flame out of the back of the jet to get in some extra damage as well, while you're charging up. Seems like a really solid fight. Sure is. So now, for the first time in this category, you're going to see them abandon Jet and go for Plasma, which is not a movement ability at all, but it does a lot of damage and is pretty much what the run is most famous for, because to use it, you have to mash the crap out of your D-pad. Honky went for a much riskier Heavy Lobster strat, but I guess he gave him the pattern for it. So Plasma's not going to give them any kind of movement ability, but there's several fights coming up that benefit from it so much that you don't need movement ability. Yeah, and the fully charged shot there shoots out two projectiles behind, above, and behind below. And they have the full strength of the fully charged shot. And he did it there to hit the switch through the wall. Save a bunch of time as well. Now for the reactor fight, you have to hit the reactor with the lasers it shoots. Now with plasma, you can take out its laser and also the floor vents to make it speed up. So if you hit the laser after it shoots, it just instantly goes to its next attack. Same with the floor. So yeah, you can't ask for a much better reactor than that from Stupsa. That boss is super annoying. I believe he had to make one crazy shot there, like crazy angle. It'll bounce off the ceiling and stuff, but a few of the angles you think it'll hit, but you just get robbed. Now, every time they're shooting a big plasma ball, it means they've hit the D-pad something like 15, 16 plus times. Every time, so just keep that in mind when they're chaining them back to back. There's footage out there of controller cams of people doing plasma, and basically you just go nuts on the controller. Now you can see the power of plasma in the air here. 3 waves of 3 mini-bosses are going to spawn, and the giant ball is going to let him kill the one behind him and the 2 in front of him. So you have to stay in the air, mash the crap out of your D-pad, skip the cutscene, and continue to kill them. Which he did. And now the actual Meta Knight fight. There's a sword given there for you, but if you make a partner, and then grab the sword, throw away the sword, you can get plasma back. Kind of cheese out the Knight's honor of the fight. Yeah, it's a pretty tough one, though. Meta Knight has some crazy attacks. A few of them just make him invincible. Luckily, nothing invincible for Stupsa. Yeah, this is kind of a mess for Honky when the mini-bosses get away. They still die very easily. So in my professional opinion, that was a damn good Revenge of Meta Knight from Stupsa. Just one to be proud of. And the escape sequence at the end is basically scripted enough if you do the same movements. Oh no. So there's... Honky got an invincible attack because one of his last shots went the wrong direction. He did a cool thing to get through the tornado, though. I didn't know about that. I don't know anything about this game. Anyway, next game is Great Cave Offensive. The fun part of this, when you're playing it casually, is there's treasures everywhere. I believe there's 60 of them. They're all fun, difficult to get. But since this is low percent, we get none of them. Which turns this into about a 5-minute journey. Run through the cave, beat up the bosses. I don't need no money. But it does result in totally different strats from 100%. Of course. Now he's going to grab Wing for the first time in this run. Another really sick movement power. It does climb... You can go vertically much faster than Jet. Horizontally, it's not quite as fast, but it's the best option for a while here in Cave. Low percent is not the same as any percent. It is for the majority of the run, but Milky Way Wishes will be different. Yep, Wing's pretty cool, though. I hope you enjoyed it, because it's time for Jet again. Use Jet to beat up Fatty Whale. I mean, just hit him with the blue balls. And one burner from the back of the Jet. You can get him off screen with the lucky pattern. He has 2 patterns, one just loses a bunch of time. The Stupsa's pattern was the good one. In this room, minecarts are just a suggestion. Using Jet makes it much faster, but much more dangerous, of course. This is where you pretty much skip all of the second part of Great Cave Offensive, since you're not getting any treasures. Just go in the right room, you can kind of beeline it to the boss. He's already there. So Battle Windows shows up multiple times in this game, and it's annoying every time because it's the most random boss in the game. It's a cool boss, but just you randomly lose time where there's nothing you can do. And what do you know? That immediately happened from the slime. The slime decided to attack. That's annoying. All these things can attack first. They can guard to make you take an extra cycle. This is the least bothersome of them. The refights are even worse. Oh no. And there's the guard from the witch. So this is like the only bad thing that happened in Stoops' run so far. Was he lost a lot of time he could do nothing about, absolutely nothing about in that fight. But another minecart skip. And the next section is the old tower. There's not much to say about the old tower, except don't blink, or you're gonna miss it. Hope you saw it. That's all you get. Don't worry, Honky will go right by it too. It's a pretty screen, like good sprite work, you know. And again in K4, just go straight to Wham Bam Rock, which is the Jet Wham Bam Rock fight is unique to any percent and low percent. Yeah, you just do some jet stuff. And you just get out of the Great Cave. That's about it. So once he gets to Milky Way Wishes, that's where low percent is going to kick in. Now, the definition of low percent is not powerless, like you may think. It is keeping the percentage counter on the file select as low as possible while beating the game. And as I said earlier, this is not like a seriously ran category or anything, but it's fun. It's cool. And all the differences, the 3 games you've seen so far, are not different at all from any percent. But here, the thing with Milky Way Wishes is you cannot normally inhale powers from enemies. You need to pick up deluxe copy statues that let you select powers permanently. And they do contribute to your percentage counter. So you got to do some abnormal things to get powers without grabbing any statues. Now they could do this powerless and keep it low percent, but what he did there was mix 2 sleep guys, which sleep is a power you can inhale still in Milky Way Wishes because it's just a punishment. So he did a mix off of those 2 to get Jet, and that allowed him to get Jet while keeping the percentage counter low, because he did not grab the statue that allows him to select it whenever. And now they will be hoping for something later. Let's see. Yeah, the planet order is slightly different from the other stuff, because this is how you get Jet. I'm pretty sure he's gonna rock Jet all the way till the very end, where there's a chance he might be able to get Plasma later. So in any percent Milky Way wishes, you grab, I think it's 3 statues. Throughout it, you grab Jet, Plasma, and Hammer. So no statues here. This is basically just as threatening as the other minigames, where if he gets hit and his power flies out, that's not good. He'd probably, I don't even know what you do if he lost it. I guess he'd have to finish out the planet, then revisit Hotbeat, or find a mix somewhere else. So everything's very threatening. You can just go straight to Heavy Lobster here instead of going to get Plasma from the top left. Yeah, once they finish all the planets in Milky Way wishes, then it's the final boss. Which, if they have to use Jet for him, that is a kill I've never seen before. And Cavios is a really sick planet. There are 4 mini-bosses that spawn here, and you can quick kill them, both with Jet and with Wheelie. You got a few options. Make sure to skip all these statues, or else the run is invalidated, disqualified. This is the tricky one, because Hammer spawns right there. Gotta make sure to be on the side of the room. Stoops is just playing out of his mind today. He's quite good at any percent, and since, I mean, ZZ Honkius as well. He has the record, so he's not too bad. Stoops, he really likes any percent, and this is not too different. Basically just added the mix. I mean, Honky's been doing good as well. It's just he had like those 2 blunders early. But Stoops hasn't faltered since then. But they're really not fall apart. Can't discount his run either. So this is where the planet order is totally different. I can't... Never in my life I thought I'd see people skip Jet statue on Sky High. But here we are. You really get to simplify this maze. Don't have to go hunting for other powers. Just a few planets left. Should be Floria, Aquilus, and Half Moon. And at the end of Half Moon, they might switch off a Jet. We'll have to see. From my understanding, it should be luck-based at the end, but that's a ways away. Floria is a pretty cool planet. You swap seasons whenever you go through a door, which allows different places to be accessed. Difference between low and any, again, is just not grabbing any of the deluxe copy statues in Milky Way wishes. Which is not, it's not very different from any percent, which is why it's not on the leaderboard or anything. It's a fun thing to do. We're all learning here today. No, not every door swaps, but there are lots of swap doors. Oculus. It's a really tough planet. There's a lot of movement conservation stuff in the water, depending on what power you have. You see he's like going in and out of the water a few times to gain a little bit of speed. Jet is just super fun to like move around with. It's so great. Yeah, the race, they're both on the same planet. So the last planet's going to be Half Moon. And there's just luck involved because Battle Windows comes back again, as I said earlier, and it's more RNG based, but there's going to be added RNG to it because one of the things Battle Windows does is it sometimes spawns powers on the side of the fight, which is normally just annoying in other places because you don't want to grab them. But if a plasma drop comes up during the Battle Windows fight, they're going to grab it. Oh yeah, Honky's jet is gone. That's not good. Because again, they didn't grab the statue, so there's no way to get that back unless he mixes it. Oh, what a sick recovery! Soups also flew out, and he doesn't care. He just flies in the wind and grabs it again. So yeah, this is like nearly unrecoverable. Oh my god, fatty whales are crazy. You get to see some attacks from Fatty Whale. He's gonna have to do this powerless, of course. I'm not sure if he's gonna get Jet before Half Moon, maybe, or just try to do it powerless, but yeah, this is why I like a powerless category. You know, if you're into it, that's cool, but it's slow. It's very slow. And here comes the Battle Windows round 2. Stupsa at the end of Half Moon. So look on the sides. If Plasma shows up, he's going to grab it, but if not, then he's going to fight this with Jet. He's getting bad luck by the Witch again. No, unfortunately. Oh god, this whale fight is too intense. I can't watch all these fights. Stoops is getting horrible luck. Honky's fighting a whale without a power. What do I look at? He got him! Guarding does 1 damage. So he just sat there and guarded against him. I had only 1 chance left for Plasma here. Oh, he's going to get more chances because Dragon guarded. Oh my god. Dragon's ridiculous. But yeah, Honky went back and got Jet again. It makes sense. So no Plasma there, which means we're going to see a Jet kill on Marks, which I have never seen before. Should be good. Yeah, unfortunately, Honky kept up the entire race, but the losing Jet on Oculus is kind of not recoverable. But now Stupsa is going to do Nova, which is suddenly a shmup, auto-scroller, and then a boss. And once that's over, then it's just Marks, and then it's over. Looking like the time can be pretty dang good here. Now for the Heart of Nova boss fight, the gimmick is it speeds up after every core of it that you kill, but after a certain amount, it starts going backwards. So to kill them in the fastest possible order, he's going to kill the first 4, skip the next 2, and then can kill the last 2 as it starts to reverse, and then on the way back, kill the final 2 and beat the boss. If that didn't make sense, hopefully it will in a few seconds. Yeah, unfortunately Jet is once again gone. Oof. This game is impossible without a power. Now, it looks like Stoops is getting the quick kill. Just dodge these on the way back, or ram into it. That's cool. Alright, so he's going to get one shot at the Jet kill on Marks. Because he's not going to get Jet back if this doesn't work. And he's kind of low on health, so I hope he knows what he's doing. Yeah, Marks has some, like, really insane moves that happen if you let him live. Also based on his HP. Oh! Oh! Oh, Jesus! What a laser dodge. And that's it for him. That's time, I believe. Best low percent run I've ever seen. Now we're just that was a really good run from Stupsa. Never seen low percent done before. And now ZZZ Honky unfortunately has to play the roulette here with powers against battle windows. If he's lucky, it'll give him something workable soon. But for now, he's chucking bombs. Bombs are not something powerful in this game. He throws Ninja and Parasol at him. Oh no. Oh yeah, okay. He'll take Hammer. Hammer is what you use in the 100% run. Also, any percent, I guess. Yeah, because you grab Hammer in that. I guess you just use it in normal runs of this game. The only thing is, that's going to be really weird to use against Marks. But it will be better than Powerless. We'll see what he does. But yeah, super good race until Jet unfortunately got lost a few times. That's just way, way punishing. It's more punishing in low percent, I guess. Low percent Milky Way than any other category. Alright, it looks like he's going to go into Nova and against Marks with Hammer. He's gonna have to. What he's gonna aim for probably is just attack in the air some, and then whenever Marks appears low, he's gonna want to do the charged hammer hit. That'll do big damage if it'll work. This game is always scary to run in marathons, any percent or 100%, because losing your power tends to suck. Like, really suck. Some situations are better than others, but a lot of the times, oh, it hurts. Just run into a wall, why not? Yep, same deal in the Heart of Nova fight here. He did take a hit on the way in, so he's got to be extra careful. Seems like a lot of damage you take in this game is random, and sometimes you just take huge hits and other times tiny ones. But you pretty much always die to Nova in 3 hits. Alright, let's see another Mark's fight. Now he only has 1 chance to use Hammer. If he dies, he'll have to do it powerless. But I'm sure he'll just beat him right in the head. Who even knows the last time he did this? No low spawn there. Marks will spawn low in one of the corners after this vine attack. Oh no, that's if he's lower on health. Yeah, as I said, a lot of Marks' attacks are based on HP. Yo, he's going for the crazy moves. Oh, he threw the hammer! It wasn't enough! Where's his health bar? You can't even see it. Saved by the magic pixel once again, Marks. Fix this, Capcom. What is happening? I've never seen these. Oh no! Yo, he killed him with a guard. That's the best way you could possibly kill him. Because he killed him with the guard, that means Marks had 1 HP left. Yeah, GG. He had to do a lot of improvisation in the last part of the run due to losing Jet. So that's kind of neat to see as well. Unfortunately, it loses a lot of time. But that was a low percent Kirby Superstar. I learned a lot today.